There are two absolutes in life. We will all die one day, and I will eat an orange every single day. So, you may have seen on my Twitch stream if you were there, my Baraka action figure came in the other day. Ah, look at him, he's got a little brain there. And I thought, it might be cool to do a little bit of a different video, you know? And kind of show off all the toys and stuff that I've collected over the years, because I look around and I have a lot. And most of them have some stories attached to them, so I think I'm going to do that. Just something new, something refreshing, you know? Maybe let me know what collectibles or toys or whatnot you got going on. So let's start with one of my older ones.
Accept your death.
So this little gaffer, little mini Quan Chi here, has been around since 2015, I think. Evo, a good friend of mine named Buster Clowney, who was a pretty regular name in the PNW locals, just got it for me off a stand and said, "Hey, here you go, buddy. I thought of you when I saw this and I wanted to pick it up for you." It's super thoughtful, and it's just kind of sat on my desk ever since. I think that was the Evo I placed 17th with Summoner Quan Chi, so it was suitable that I got it at that time. So pretty cool, and it was really thoughtful of him. This is a Sub-Zero that I got from GameStop recently, quite recently, I think, I don't know, a couple months ago. Nothing special as far as collector's edition goes. I think it's for the McFarlane toys or whatever, but it was interesting to me when I went in there and got this, how much that store has changed. Holy smokes. In Canada we call it EB Games, that's what it's called, but I know it's GameStop in most of the rest of North America. But I remember back in the day, the 360 days, you'd go in there and just walls of games. And now it's 3/4 toys and collectibles and stuff, t-shirts, and maybe 1/4 of the games. So, I mean, outside of the small little surge that they had, I guess, in investors or whatever, unless they switch their business model, I don't see them being around very long, which is unfortunate, but I mean, we saw the same thing with Blockbuster, right? So it'll be the same kind of idea, I think. This is another one that actually means a lot to me, and this was purchased by my good friend Israfel, who most of you guys will probably know. And actually, I believe it was the first time I ever met Israfel. He brought it with him and gave it to me because he knew how much I really loved this game. And I believe there's a playlist of me playing this game on my YouTube channel, and what an amazing game. I remember at the finale, I teared up big time. I was holding them back because I knew the camera was on, but they did such a great job creating a personality for this mute protagonist. Absolutely amazing game. Some of these I keep in the boxes, some of them I don't. I'm not a collector, nor do I pretend to be. These are just things that mean a lot to me, so I try to keep them as preserved as possible. Unfortunately, it's sitting in my window and the top of it's kind of faded to the sun or whatever, but the rest of it's actually in pretty decent condition. I should actually dust this off a little bit. Dust off the old Yarny, you know? I never did get through the Unravel 2, which is unfortunate, but maybe I think they have online co-op. I might be able to find someone to help me out with that. Whether these ones fall into toys or not, I don't really know, but it's another thing that means a lot to me is Firestorm comic books. Woo! I think this was at Combo Breaker. My good friend Competitor, who you guys know. I don't want to black out my green screen like I just did. Got these for me at Free Comic Book Day, as well as a Riverdale comic book, because as a good friend, he understands that I really like that show. It's teen drama, and maybe because there's not much drama in my life, I enjoy watching the other drama. That's how I justify it, but I really enjoy the show, and he obviously paid attention when I was talking about it and picked me up one of those as well as with some Firestorm ones. So these stay safely on my shelf. I think one of them might be a little bit faded on the front, but could just be an older book. I don't know. Either way, super thoughtful, and I really appreciate stuff like that. And I have exactly one amiibo. Lucina from Fire Emblem. I didn't really have any Three Houses ones out. That's the game I'm currently playing, but probably the game I play more. Not more, but pretty close to the amount of time that I play Mortal Kombat is Fire Emblem. Lately it's been Three Houses. I've done through the Tellia series, Shadow Dragon. I really love those games. They stem from one of my other favorite games, when I was a kid called Shining Force 2, which is a turn-based strategy game. And Fire Emblem, of course, being the same way. I discovered it like, I don't know, it's 13-ish years ago, something like that. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. It's kind of the same thing, but it was like way upgraded. And I was like, oh, this is super cool. This reminds me of like being a kid, but like the updated version, you know? So I really got into that series, and I got a friend into the series. We actually used to drink some beers, and we would have like, I would control half the people, and he would control half the people to make it like a co-op kind of game. It was actually super fun. But yeah, that series is awesome. Great story writing, that kind of thing. So yeah, Lucina, I might get some more if they have like an Edelgard one or a Claude one. I'd get the Claude one for Edelgard, but I just seeing that that's probably, or Byleth, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, you guys don't care about that. Moving on. This one's a big boy, just like me. Sonic Mania Collector's Edition. Little statue with the Sega Genesis. Got like the on and off switch that actually like moves back and forth. Little volume control on your headphones there. It's pretty dope. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was actually the first video game I ever played. My parents were going to get me a gaming system. My mom wanted to get something that was kid-friendly. She was sold on the Nintendo. My dad's like, yeah, dope. Okay, fine, I'll get him a Nintendo. Get there, the dude talks him into a Sega Genesis. My mom was pissed. But when she started seeing the gameplay, she was like, okay, I guess it's kind of fine. So I've always kind of had a soft spot for Sonic over the years. You know, it's pretty cool to see the Sonic movie and how true they were actually to the series. Even like my favorite part was when he was like bouncing off Robotnik's ship and it was making like the noises the same as it would back in the day. It was pretty cool. I never did finish Sonic Mania, unfortunately, but maybe I will one day. I think I made one video on it and that was about it. Unfortunately, Sonic games just didn't really keep my interest as much, but it is always a nice memory of being a kid and being younger. What was the first video game you ever played? Do you remember? Do you have any significant emotions? I just remember my mom being super upset that we didn't get the Nintendo, so it'll always stick out as a memory to me. Pose for the thumbnail. Anyways, this was a Veronica's timepiece that I got from the MK11 reveal. I think only people that were actually invited to the reveal got this little care package. It came with this and MK bag. It's funny because I had the MK bag at the gym one time, and it just says MK11, has the MK11 logo on it. And some guy comes up to me, he's like, "Oh, hey, my wife sells that stuff." And I was like, "Mortal Kombat?" He's like, "What?" I showed him the other side of the bag that had said Mortal Kombat. He's like, he starts laughing. He's like, "I thought that was Mary Kay." And I was like, I never considered that. I don't think this will be my gym bag anymore. But anyways, I really like this thing. It's super cool. I flip it over every once in a while. Just watch the sands of time go through. But that isn't my favorite part of the things I got from that event. So this is actually the favorite thing that I got from that event, which is a Mortal Kombat skateboard. Sorry, I just bumped the mic there. MK11 logo. I'll never use this for skateboarding, obviously, but it is signed by Steve Caballero, who I was out of skating for so long. When I heard that you could get these, I was like, isn't he some sort of DJ? And then my buddy's like, no, he was in like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 and 3. And I was like, oh, right, Steve Cab, a half cab, full cab. So I was pretty stoked I actually got my hands on one of these. So it's on my nerd desk, the rest of my stuff that I got. Yeah, it's now that I'm back into skateboarding a little bit, it's kind of like surreal almost that I have this thing. So I was just thinking like how much I used to like idolize these guys back in the day and watch all their skate videos and see them, you know, just be like, I want to be just like them. Fortunately, the other side kind of faded. It's supposed to be like this purple the whole way through, but I had it up against a window because I'm a bad collector. Well, I play a bad collector, MK11 as well, but I'm a bad collector in this aspect. In addition to that, getting into the more sentimental IRL stuff, this is a little owl that my Nana knitted for me when I graduated from high school. It was really thoughtful of her. She like this is a thick boy. Like there's a lot to him. That just kind of reminds me of achievements that I've got in life. I mean, it's one of them. A lot of people don't graduate high school. Not to say that they don't ever become successful, because a lot of people are more successful than even me. But you know, it's a milestone I'm proud of because I almost missed it, and I worked really hard to get there. So creepy crawly. Oh boy. Usually I don't really care about spiders. I like them because they're like nature's garbage men. But that was a big boy, and he must have been hanging on to the back of our little owl friend. So sorry about that. Rest in peace, Mr. Spider. And the very last one that I have to show you is my son's puppy. He brought this thing everywhere. He got it for Christmas on his 2nd birthday, and up until about 2 months ago, he could not sleep without it. If he did not have puppy, he was not sleeping. And of course, he's 11 years old now. He's starting to hang out with his friends, going for sleepovers. It's not cool. So he said, "Dad, I'm sorry. We both knew this day would come." I'm like, "It's fine. It's fine. Whatever." So Puppy sits with the rest of my toys over there. As you can see, Puppy has seen better days, been sewed up like twice. These aren't even the original ears. My Nana actually sewed this little guy up a couple times after it's been dropped, or one of the puppies got a real life puppies got a hold of her. But yeah, my Nana's like 94 years old now. Still kicking. She's a big part of my life. I see her a lot. But that's it, guys. That's all the toys that I have to show you. Hope you enjoyed my stories and my rambling and all that kind of stuff today. Yeah. I'm going to attempt to show you something else right now. It's my inspiration wall. It sits right next to my desk. Let's see if I can show you. Kind of maybe hard to see. As you can see, my walls are blue as fuck because I love blue. It's peaceful. It's cheerful. Got Ronda Rousey poster signed by Ed Boon. Got my Injustice 2 poster. Then my son. Bunch of stuff that my son has written for me. He drew a picture of me sitting in my chair. There's one there that says, "I love you, you are stronger than the rock." Happy Valentine's Day. Little Black Lives Matter poster that he's done there. So this, yeah, as you can see, there's the edge of my green screen. So this sits literally right next to me as I do my work. I look over and just kind of think about what I'm doing this all for, and yeah. I won't get any more sappier than that. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It really helps me out. And subscribe if you haven't. And you enjoyed my toys. Because, yeah, we make videos like this almost every single day. Actually, no, we don't. That's a lie. I'm gonna lie to you. We usually make gaming videos. But this was just a one-off, so hashtag Bonehawks and all that stuff, and we'll see all you guys in the next video.